Hello guys, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to look at some of the projects. I think I don't show this enough. I do takeover projects, right? There are people that have been trying to do something and then they stop at one point because they are too busy in the US, UK, Germany. I do take over buildings like that. People that have been trying to build for the past 20 years and plenty of stories. It's really hard for them to find good people to do the work and they just get so frustrated. Some people give up. I do take over search properties. Now what we have here today is an apartment building. Now the person did 2 levels. He had tenants and everything, and he decided to do what? Go on the 3rd level. So in Ghana, when something is 3 levels, the first floor, which we are known for, the first floor is America, is called the ground floor, before the first floor and the 2nd floor, right? So it's 3 levels. Now this building that's standing was already 3 levels, and the owner wanted a moving room and all that stuff, trying to make it more aesthetically pleasing and more like modern, right? So that's the design we gave him, and that's what we are transforming the top to. So we're gonna walk up there and look at it. But before that, let me give you a little brief history here with regards to land value, right? So, you know, whenever I'm working with a client, we kind of get to know each other. Because I care so much about real estate, I ask a lot of questions. Especially, I'm particularly fascinated at the people that bought land 20, 30 years ago in certain places that has developed to look like how it looks now, which is amazing in this place. And he told me when he bought this place, it was a bare forest, and I couldn't believe it. Because the guy is not that old, right? So that means it's about 20, 25 years ago. So I'm saying all that to let you know that when you go to look at a land somewhere, don't say it's bush. They all buy it in bush, and then 20 years later, 15 years later, as you can see on the drone. So that's the motivation there for you people that's trying to buy land and start. Today, we are looking at this, and we're also going to go to another building that we took over at Jingano. We have plenty of those kind of buildings around that we take over to fix other people's mistakes, finish uncompleted works, and I usually don't show it. But now I want to show more of the things I do on the ground, right? I want to show more of the things I do on the ground, and that's one of these. This guy is quite brilliant, made our life a bit easier. You know, he got this here, which is basically holding water. Quite impressive at that. So, you know, when it rains, it harvests it. He called it rain harvest. The guy doesn't like to waste anything, and so it helped us dramatically when it came to water. But today we ran out of water, and we had to buy water, and so we filled it up. As you can see, this is a bit old school. So we're gonna knock this down. We're gonna knock this down, and we're gonna use, metal balustrades to go. You know, it's taking so much space. It's taking so much space. So you come up here, south side of it. There is an entrance here. This is existing. That's not what we did. So we're gonna knock all of this down to go with the metal. Knock all of this down. All right. Here, when you come up here, the first thing you do is you have your beautiful greenery here. That's that's what you got. You got your greenery here. Okay. Now, this greenery is gonna go all around, as you guys can see on the 3D. We also have greenery here. Then there's a 1-bedroom over there, right? Quite a small space. Let's check this out. Essentially, this is the movie area. So it's gonna be like nice pergola works in here. It's outdoor shower. This is all per the instructions of the client. Outdoor shower, you can be outside and shower, right? All of this is gonna be green, beautiful. And there's gonna be a hot tub. So they're gonna have some stairs here. You jump in it, and then, you know, relaxation. You're gonna have that over here. Then you're gonna have your movie over here, and you're sitting and all that. You can, you know, play something on the screen. But here, the person wanted some sort of sink because he has want a barbecue, right? He wants to barbecue, so he can see how to place that and how to go about it, right? So that's what we got here. That's exactly what we got here. All right, so we are just here at the living room of this 1-bedroom. Initially, per the design, we were supposed to have the kitchen here, but the guy wanted a big kitchen. But looking at the space size, it's not possible because he wanted to get a washing machine in here. So he wanted us to make it an L shape. And I'm looking at it right now. If you do that, the place becomes too small. So unfortunately, we do have to fit everything in here, and I think we can. We can fit everything in here. It's quite a big wall. So we fit everything in there. And then you have a door here, glass doors, that leads you to the balcony. That leads you to the balcony. So that's what we got here. This is the living room. Nice, I think. Owner has in mind to do Airbnb with it. And these are the very prime locations, guys. So maybe in the future, I might be the one to show you. So this is the work we are doing, just taking over this. And then when we finish, we have to come out here. When we finish, we're gonna touch other aspects of the place, right, to make it look beautiful. So you are building and you are stuck somewhere, you need ideas. Your house is old, you want to renovate it. You need maintenance. You need someone to maintain the house. Something is going on at the house, something, anything real estate related, right? Reach out to me, I might be of help. You know, whether you want to buy land, that's why I started telling you guys earlier that this client of mine bought this land way back when it was a forest. And I couldn't believe it when he tells me the story. I like listening to stories like that. I'm almost addicted to hearing stories like that. So before we actually did the design of this building, right? Just some fact checks here. So somebody, as a professional, somebody comes in and tells you, hey, I have these 2 levels, I want to do this. Initially, the guy wanted to go up again and, you know, garden on top and stuff like that. He had grand ideas. You don't just wake up and then say, okay, let's do that for you, because you didn't build this from the ground up. That's different. Even when you build it from the ground up, you still have to do your soil test and stuff like that, especially if you're going more than 2 levels. So you see this here? We came to test the walls. That's structural integrity test that we came to do. So when he wanted all these things, we said, okay, before we jump into conclusions as to what this building foundation, the building can hold, let's come and test it. So that's what we did. We came here, we had to test the columns of it, dig the side of the building to see how deep the foundation is. Then we came to realize that we really cannot go up more than 3 levels and put concrete and too much heavy weight on. That's not how the building was designed, and that's not what was replicated on the ground. You can't just look at the design and say, yes, we can go up, because sometimes you have something on the design and the people don't follow the design, they do something else. So if you come into a new building to take over, especially again, if you go in multiple levels, it's really imperative that you do your structural integrity test, because you don't want to do something that will result in a building failing on you. All right, so that's the professional way to go about it. So we tested this building heavily, and then we advised accordingly. And that's what we got here. If you want your electric fence fixed on the building, you don't have one, your building is old, we did this for this guy. You know, you want CCTVs installed, we can come in and do it. You just want regular maintenance of painting, you know, your landscape, right? Landscaping, we are there for you. So from here, we are going to head to Jingano. Another issue, the client was building for a while. They messed him up, unfortunately. And it's been a hustle for this guy trying to build for a very long time. And the building was abandoned for about 5 years, right? So we're gonna get to that one too, because today I gotta go check on a few things there. Both of these sites are busy. I have other sites, but sometimes the clients take a break, right? We know the West is not easy. You work hard, you get the money, you send it home. So some of them have taken a break. Today we are going to the active sites that I took over the building. I didn't design it from scratch. And yeah, just checking on works. So at Jingano, I'm going to look at the plumbing works. That's what's going on right now. And I got some burglar proof works going on as well. All right. On site again. So essentially this is, you know, I wouldn't say uncompleted building, but it's a building that the owner was trying to build for a long time and had a lot of difficulties, and we're taking over. Again, I do this a lot, but I don't usually show it. But you know, I want to help more people, right? I want to help more people that are struggling to finish their house and all that. That's, you know, people that are getting scammed with their building and stuff like that. I'm just here to help those people out. So essentially, we just finished with the outside plumbing works. So we have to do, of course, the biodigester, which is what's, you know, the toilet treatment and all that. You will see some of the pipes standing because we need a lot of filling. There's a lot of filling that we have to do. to come up. The building is quite raised because here they have water issues, right? Water issues. So we have to raise the things up. And here is essentially for the poly tank. You're gonna put your poly tank back here, and to supply the house. It's quite a big land, and the house, I think we do have to do something about some of the plastering places. So the plastering is terrible. We have to do something about it, right? When you come into an existing building, there's only so much you can do. So you come in here, there's the kitchen. He wanted the kitchen to be closed off, and then there's one extra room that we created, which is out here, right? And it's en suite. It has its own bathroom. This was an extension of the building. Let's come out. So the original plan or whatever, because when we came in, I mean, they've done quite a number of work, right? All the way to some of these places was already done. It's just that it wasn't done so well, right? We have to replaster some places again. And this basically didn't have the burglar proof. He wanted it, so we just fixed the burglar proofing. So it's looking good and strong, and we are essentially good to go, right? It's looking good. Now, there's a lot of filling to be done here. Lots of filling to be done, all right?